I've always believed that the way to someone's heart is through their stomach. And on Valentine's Day, well, that's when you pull out all the stops. I'm Emma, and I've always been a bit of a perfectionist, especially when it comes to, showing love through food. This year, I was determined to create the ultimate Valentine's Day dinner for my husband, Mark. A culinary masterpiece that would make even Gordon Ramsay weep with joy. So, for this Valentine's Day, I decided to recreate the highlights of our culinary journey. A 5-course meal featuring dishes from our favorite vacations. The big day arrived, and I woke up early, butterflies dancing in my stomach. I put on my favorite playlist, the one Mark made for me when we first started dating. First up on the menu, the perfect French onion soup. As I started chopping onions, I couldn't help but think about our trip to Paris. And the way Mark's eyes lit up when he tasted his first authentic French onion soup. It was the same look he gave me when he proposed on top of the Eiffel Tower. Oh no, the onions! I got so caught up in the memory that I completely burned them. Okay, Emma, deep breaths, we can salvage this. Oh gosh, is that the time? I need to pick up the pace if I want everything ready before Mark gets home. Next on the menu, a Greek salad, reminiscent of our island-hopping adventure in the Mediterranean. Feta cheese, olives, the freshest tomatoes I could find. As I was chopping the cucumbers, I accidentally knocked over the olive oil. It spilled all over the counter and onto my carefully pressed tablecloth. I could feel my perfectionist tendencies kicking into overdrive. This was not how the ultimate Valentine's Day dinner was supposed to go. But I pressed on, moving on to the main course, a delicate sea bass, just like the one we had in Greece. I can do this, I am a kitchen goddess. I preheated the oven and started preparing the fish. The recipe called for it to be baked for exactly 12 minutes. Easy peasy, right? Wrong. Oh God, why is the smoke alarm going off? The sea bass. How did I forget about the sea bass? As I frantically waved a dish towel at the smoke alarm, I heard the front door open. No. Mark wasn't supposed to be home for another hour. There I was, standing in a cloud of smoke, mascara running from the onion chopping earlier. When Mark walked in, I felt like a complete failure. Our kitchen looked like a war zone. Burnt onions in the trash, olive oil still dripping from the counter, and the distinct smell of overcooked fish filling the air. I was ready to burst into tears and suggest we order pizza. But then, something amazing happened.
Looks like you could use a sous chef.
For a moment, I just stood there stunned. This wasn't how I had planned it at all. But Mark's presence suddenly made everything feel right. We started over together. Mark took charge of the salad while I tackled a new batch of onion soup. We worked side by side, bumping hips and stealing kisses. As we worked side by side, laughing at the burnt onions and the overcooked fish, I realized something. This messy, imperfect dinner was more romantic than any fancy restaurant could ever be. The kitchen was still a disaster, but it was our disaster. And somehow, that made it perfect. As we sat down to eat our not-so-perfect meal, candles flickering and our favorite song playing softly in the background, I looked at Mark. I realized that the ultimate Valentine's Day dinner isn't about the food at all. It's not about recreating perfect moments from the past. It's about the love you share, the memories you make, and the ability to find joy in the imperfect moments. That's the real recipe for a perfect Valentine's Day. So here's to love, to laughter, and to burnt onions. Here's to the perfectly imperfect moments that make up a life together. And most of all, here's to many more Valentine's Days spent in the kitchen, cooking up love and memories side by side.